Right, here we are, latest little project. Might be a keeper this one, I don't know. 13 plate Mercedes A180D. It's got the 1.5 engine in it. Funny enough, the same as the Renault Captur and Nissan Qashqai. So I've done the timing belt on this engine before. So this one will probably get the same. Looks tidy enough. Alloys are in a bit crap condition, but hey ho. Yeah, not bad. Right, we're in Nelson now. Me and George just about to travel back to Durham. Dilly dilly. Some schoolboy errors there, dilly dilly. Okay, busy today. Got to do some reconfiguration with these cars. First of all, I've got to get this car sorted because that'll be going up to Vicky's because it's Grace's birthday soon, so we'll be getting a bow on, etc. Ready for that. So that just needs a quick clean. Just check the tyres, all the servicing's done, everything, new battery on it, so it's good to go pretty much. Get that out the way. Move the Corsa back. These two, so the Grandland just needs turning round, facing towards the garage, ready for the engine strip on that, so we can do the piston rings. The Merc, which is the new addition to the family, that just needs, well, a wheel sensor initially, and then possibly glow plugs. Timing belt, might be slightly looser timing belt because I did have a hard start, so if it's not glow plugs, it might just be the timing slightly out because of a loose belt. So again, I'll be replacing that anyway. Other than that, that should be good to go. Yeah, so a bit of reconfiguration and then get the graft. I'll take the wheel station off the Merc, ready for the ABS sensor coming, which will be here today at some point. Right, happy days, dilly dilly. Okay, so here we are in the Mercedes A-Class. So the problem we've got, apart from it saying a park and brake problem, don't understand why that is, but it might be something to do with the ABS, not sure. Okay, so we start up. And you can see there we've got the ABS light on, traction control, park and brake. Take the park and brake off. It does actually go on. Yeah, so by all accounts the diagnostic said that it was the rear left ABS sensor. So wheel is off. I've ordered the new sensor. Yeah, that's the wheel end. That's obviously the electrical connection end. Here it is here, and there it is there. Yeah, so I've undone the bolt at the bottom, but then when I've pulled it, we can see the wires are in, but the actual plastic has, yeah, it's come away. So it's basically snapped off there. So all of this is still in there, the actual sensor itself. Ain't too bad, I can drill this out, no problem at all. However, what I am going to do is take the hub off, so I can inspect the ABS ring as well, just to make sure that that's okay. It's fairly straightforward. You've just got to take the electric motor off for the park and brake, take the caliper off, and then there's just, you can see two of the bolts there, top and bottom, and there's two on the other side. Easy to get to. I can get the window gun in, plenty of room in there, so I might as well just whip the hub off. It just saves damaging the ABS ring if it is okay when I drill through, and also a chance to inspect it. It's had new discs on the back as well, which is good. Does need a new backing plate. Looks a bit unsightly, especially when you've got the AMG alloys on and you can, you know, there's big gaps there. You literally see everything. So yeah, I might have to touch up, basically paint the calipers, renew the backing plates for what they cost. It'll just make it more presentable, as well as try and tidy up these alloys, because they are, yeah, they could do with a proper refurb, but I think I'll just have to do a bit of masking and rattle canning just to tidy them up. Anyway, onto the task in hand. Let's get this hub off. Dilly dilly. Okay, that's the hub off. Didn't bother taking the disc off, there was no need. Bolts came out fairly easy. I took the rusty backing plate off there. Just pop that off. Again, I'll replace this for a new one. And then this, and you can see on the, this is the pickup ring for the ABS. So if you look at a good point of it, like there, nice and clean, then round to here, it's got the build-up of corrosion. Now, it feels like it's like a rubber sheath around this. However, I'll clean all this up, and I will replace the sensor anyway, so you can see where the sensor had snapped quite clearly there now. Yeah, there is a hole in the top. I'm presuming either that's oh no, I think it's so you can either bolt it into there or down to there. I was thinking it might have had a run through so you could put WD-40 in a lubricant to allow this to come out, but it wasn't. I don't think they would have thought that far ahead. Right, so I can just get my tap on there and just tap this out and put the new one in. As I say, this sensor may have been okay, who knows. Let's replace it anyway. Dilly dilly. Okay, that's everything cleaned up. That's the old one out. I've had the Dremel down there and cleaned the inner there. I've put some anti-seize on the new one, so I'll just simply pop that in there. And you can see how easy that's gone in there, so that's great. Bolt that on, then that's it. Get the hub back on, back together, take it for a test drive. Dilly dilly. Okay, so that's all that back together. I'm just routing the cable now. The hole that I've seen that I thought was for putting lubricant in, it wasn't. There's a plastic guide here what puts the cable on, and it basically had a plastic bit on the inside, so it was a locator into that hole. So that's what that was for. Yeah, so I'm just tracing the wire now. So I've took off the inner wheel arch cover. We can see up in the top there is where I need to connect the new cable. So I'll get that fettled, put this back on, put the wheel back on, and then it's a test drive. Dilly dilly. Okay, took it for a test drive, and it's still exactly the same. ABS and ESP lights still on, so that sensor must have been okay. Hub's okay, so I'm going to take this wheel off and hub off and check this side. I was taking it on his word that it was the rear left. It could well be the rear right. Yeah, without the diagnostics for Mercedes, I'm pretty much knackered. It's not like the VAG cars where I've got a full suite of diagnostics. With this, I haven't. I've got generic. It doesn't read any of the generic codes on me VAG VCDS, nor does it on the little Ansel one I've got neither. It doesn't read any codes off that, so hey ho, back to old school. Dilly dilly. Okay, so the A-Class I've put on the ABS sensor on the right hand wheel, so fingers crossed. Let's see if this one grafts. Well, even just with the ignition on, you can see the ABS has gone out. Let's start her up. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that's it. So ABS light's gone out, EPS light's gone out. Steering wheel is back to functioning normal. Parking brake, has no malfunction. Get in. So the only thing left is the airbag light, which would say in front right malfunction. So I'll do a bit of research on the net and see if we can get that light off, and then this baby can go for MOT. Dilly dilly. Okay, so airbag sensor front right. So there's a crash sensor in the door. I've done one of them before. There's cabling on here what can get snapped, so you can cut wires due to the door opening and closing. I doubt very common on more your premium market cars, Audi, BM and Mercedes. Squib potentially in our brigade. Quality components, only done 100,000 miles on the grand scheme of things. I'd highly be unlikely, if highly surprised if it's a squib. The easiest and cheapest option, because it's free, is to check the wiring under the seat. So all I'll do is take out all the connectors there, clean them with my electric spray, pop them back in, and let's hope that's a bit of a fix. This yellow one on the left hand side is actually for the SRS system, or supplementary restraint system, so that's the one that I'll be looking at. Right, dilly dilly. Onto the milk. Just got to take the seat out now so I can take the seatbelt buckle off, and then test continuity on the wires and see if I can do this repair. Yeah, so we've just got bolts in here, Torx bolts. So 4 bolts, 2 front, 2 rear. Get the seat out, dilly dilly. Okay, seat out. So we can see the cable goes in there, down, around there, down there, down there, into there, which is that end socket, this one. So put my multimeter on there, check for continuity through to the cable, find the brake, hopefully repair that. Dilly dilly. Okay, belt buckle's out. As you can see, I've cut the cable, pulled the sleeve back. So now I've got 2 bare wires, which I can just do my continuity now between the pins and the wires. It does have quite a prominent bend on here, and it's quite brittle, so it could actually be just a break there. It might not be a break anywhere in there, it could be in there. Let's find out. Continuity. Continuity. So, cable's fine up to there. Now, I just don't know how I test this. I don't know how to get this casing off. It might just be that I have to buy a new one of these. They're about 30 quid for a new one with a new cable. Well, persevere now, see if I can get this off. At the end of the day, if it breaks, it breaks. I'm probably going to have to get a new one anyway, but be interesting to see if it has got continuity here, because that's what it was saying, open circuit. So it might not have been this. It might be the cabling actually still on the car, which is another thing to factor in. So this might have been fine, and it might still be. So let's do a bit more investigative work. Dilly dilly. Okay, easy enough to get into. So I've unclipped it from there, so that is basically the piece, and the cable at the other end where I've cut. So there's no way, there's no exposed parts on here where I can do a continuity test, so I'm guessing this part is defunct, or possibly where that metal clip wraps around. Yeah, it could have broke there. Anyway, I think it's just as well just buy a new one for 30 quid. Just gets the job done. Dilly dilly. Right, all is not lost. I did actually manage to prise this plastic cap off, and there we have the other end of the cables. We'll just get it to focus in. So I've done a continuity test, and there's no continuity between the wire there and there. So, as suspected, possibly in this part here is where the break is. So I'm going to prise this little piece of metal open so I can get this wire out, and I'm going to replace the two wires. So I'll solder onto these and replace the full length of wire. In fact, yeah, I'll just do it to that point there. Or I might just solder that into there. It'll make this cable shorter, but it might still have enough. Yeah, probably will still have enough to do the job. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, unfortunately my phone ran out, so you didn't see me soldering work. However, I did manage to solder new wire inside there, put the plastic cover back on, and basically put the seatbelt back together. Rethread the wires through. I'm going to put some tape around here, just because I can. And that's it. Put the seat back in, and hopefully that's a fix. Dilly dilly. Okay, on with the timing build. Yeah, I'd actually started this on the Mercedes. This is where I'd left it. So it's exactly the same as the Captor engine. No difference. The only difference is this is still the original belt, so it hasn't been changed. Yeah, let's get cracking with this one. Dilly dilly. Okay, that's everything back together. Yeah. Moment of truth, as always. Happy tears. Oh, a bit of hesitation there. Panic over. Whew. I think that was just testing us a little bit there. Right, Guinness time, dilly dilly. Right, so I've just done a valet, cleaned all the engine bay up,